From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina. Today is Thursday. We made it all the way to Thursday. One more day to go before we hit that great-looking weekend.
Yes.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Good morning. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And here you go. It's the 21st of the month. The 21st of April already. I know.
It hurts my feelings for so many different reasons. Time is going by.
It is.
Super fast. And, now people are talking about their kids are wrapping up school and, graduating from high school. And then, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lifetime away. And I'm like, I have a daughter that's graduating from kindergarten next month.
Well, she was just born.
I know. I used to judge people that would react the way I am. Like, get a grip, it's good, they're growing, they're healthy, it's great.
But.
Yes. Oh, but it is. We're past the middle point of April.
Well, I've got another one for you. Spring is already a month old.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, really. Anyway.
Summertime.
Summertime. Summertime. That's an old song, you know that?
I do.
Yeah, summertime. Anyway, hello. It is the 21st of the month. Today is...
Oh.
Yes, how about that? Did that?
Oh.
We did.
National DARE Day.
But that was, one day last week as well.
Oh, and
Kindergarten Day. How's your little girl? Oh, Kindergarten Day. Today is National Chocolate Covered Cashews Day. National Chocolate Covered...
Cashews Day.
Gesundheit.
Oh.
Cashew. Anyway, today is also the Queen's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy everything there, Queen. Or can you say Queenie?
Queenie?
Hey, Queenie, way to go. You can't say that. That's disrespectful.
So.
No,
it probably is.
That's disrespectful. Anyway, Chuck's mother, Mom, the Queen. Okay, also birthday, and I have no idea. I've got that somewhere. Anyway, birthday today for, not birthday, but a special day for a lot of other people. Anyway, now, here we go with the birthdays.
Now's the birthdays.
Charles Grodin is an actor. You'd know him if you saw him. Very politically active. Well, he is. He's
like as an actor, or
he's active as an actor and as a political.
Oh, okay.
Political. He's a conservative, and a lot of people don't like conservatives, but I do. Anyway, besides all that, talk show host. He's 82 today. Patti LuPone, actress and singer. She's 67. Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Tony Danza's having a birthday. Yeah, he's from New York. You know what I mean.
What was that show?
Who's the Boss?
Yes.
Yes, Who's the Boss?
Great
show.
It
was a good show. Yeah, and he's done other things. He's done a talk show as well.
Didn't know that.
He did a talk show. It was only on for about a year, but it was a really good show. He had some fantastic guests and a great staff, but he did a good job with it. Andy McDowell having a birthday today. She's 58 years. And in fact, she's done a couple of movies here in North Carolina as well.
No, I did not know that. I like her.
Yeah.
Do you watch Steve Harvey?
Yes, sometime, not every day.
Have you seen the show Little Big Shots?
I've heard about it.
Okay, so I hope this is appropriate to say. We want you tuned in to Channel 10 all the time. Watch us so we know what's going on. However, on Sunday nights. At 7 o'clock, they air the prior week's show.
Yeah.
But at 8 o'clock, it is the funniest show. But it's these small young children from across the globe who have these unique talents, or they've been famous because of YouTube, and they've just got, it's the neatest show. Our kids love it. Jeremiah and I was crying last week watching Steve Harvey interact with these kids. It reminds me of when Funniest Home Videos would come on every Sunday night, and you'd watch it for an hour and you'd laugh. It's just good, wholesome show. It is a great show, and he is so funny.
Steve Harvey.
Oh,
He is funny. He's a very funny
so
guy.
funny.
He is a funny guy. You know, he's also the host of the couple other shows as well.
Yeah.
He has his talk show, and he
So
has.
he still has his talk show?
As far as I know,
I don't
yeah.
know if it's
Well,
on during the day.
I think he does. I'm usually busy watching Channel 10.
Only, yeah.
Only.
Only.
Yeah, only. But when does this show come on? Sunday night?
It comes on Sunday nights, but you can go on, if you've got access to a computer, you can go online and watch some of the clips. It's just nice and refreshing that it's a show that doesn't have any kind of agenda. You don't have to worry about any kind of language or anything. It is just good. It's just fun.
That's
it's just
good.
a good show.
I am
It's a
glad
good
to hear
show.
that. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, my
All
dad
right.
calls me every Sunday. Doodlebug, yeah, get in there and turn that show on. It is on.
Your dad is so funny.
Now y'all know my nickname, Doodlebug.
Doodlebug?
Doodlebug.
Oh, Doodlebug, sure.
Doodlebug.
Well, I knew that.
I gave myself a new nickname last week.
What was that?
Speaking with Jimmy Edmondson, and he was in my office, and I know y'all probably hadn't picked up on this, but I'm a little high-strung sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was like, woo,
Zing!
in like super high-strung mode. And the look on his face, I realized that I was being a touch melodramatic.
Over the top?
And so I started laughing, and I was like, you're going to start calling me Annie, aren't you? And he was like, Annie. And I was like, Anxious Annie.
Anxious Annie.
So,
Anxious Annie and Doodlebug.
yes, Anxious Annie.
All right. That's a good one. I got to remember that. Okay, here's today's trivia question, and I have some. The category is China.
Okay.
And on these questions, I have 3 from which to pick. And today, all 3 questions are really good, but I'll pick one. And here's the question. It's a very simple one. What's the capital of China?
China. Oh.
Capital city of China. It's a city that most people have heard of, but they may not have known that it was the capital city of China. China, one of the largest nations in the world, size-wise and population-wise. What is the capital city of China? I'll give you the answer in the next segment. All right, we're going to go to our interview. We'll be back.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our child abuse prevention ceremony. If there are any chairs vacant, please take a seat in there, in those seats. And starting off, if you would look to your right, we'll have the raising of the flag and the national anthem by Patricia Nadeau.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us bow our heads in prayer. Gracious and loving God, you made us in your image, and you call us to respect the dignity of all human beings. Help those who have been abused to find a sense of comfort and peace and freedom from shame. Be with those who work to protect them. Bless their work. Help them to be patient and persevere. We ask these things through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
So I am Kim McGuire, and I will be your mistress of ceremony. And for opening remarks, we will have Trevor Jackson with Division of Juvenile Justice.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Truly, it is a privilege and an honor and a blessing to be here today as we celebrate and commemorate Child Abuse Prevention Month. This ceremony is phenomenal. Simultaneously today, all across America in communities and cities just like Goldsboro and Wayne County, others are taking acknowledgement for the achievements and the things that have been done in their community for outstanding help against child abuse. We too here in Wayne County have made outstanding contributions in the fight against child abuse. Just one incident is much, much too many. But we celebrate and we thank you all for coming out today and participating and showing your enthusiasm, your excitement, and your involvement. For even Jesus said, "Suffer the little children that it may be so." As we continue in our quest to prevent child abuse, we will continue to work together as a community that works hard towards preventing child abuse in our city, in our community, in our neighborhoods, in our homes, in our families. We thank you and we applaud you. Matter of fact, let's clap our hands for what Wayne County has done. We together as a team, we work strong, we work powerful, and together, I say, we're able to do exceedingly abundantly above, far more than you could ever imagine or ask for, according to the power that worketh in us. So let's continue to work together to prevent child abuse in Wayne County. Thank you.
Now we will have a poem by Noah Carraway, "Let Me Be a Child."
Can you see?
This poem was called "Let Me Be a Child."
Let's put it down some. There you go. Go ahead.
Let me know I'll make you proud and to let my pride and my own accomplishments. Let me earn a trust that trusts me. I won't let you down. Let me shine my wings. If I fail, let me know it's okay and encourage me to try again. Let me know you love me with the hug or a pound on the back or where I need it, but the firm but gentle no. Let me be, let me change, let me grow. Let me tell you when I'm feeling bad or angry even at you. Or let me know that even on my worst days you still love me. Let me dream. Share my joys when my dreams come true. Share my tears when they don't. Let me feel secure in my home. Help me realize that love is always there. That I can depend on you no matter what. Let me run, let me laugh, let me play. And most of all, let me be a child.
Good job. This one there. You got it? Okay.
And that's what this month is about, letting a child be a child. Sheriff Lawrence Larry Pierce, Jr. is a Wayne County native born and raised in the Hunter community. The sheriff fulfilled this lifelong ambition when he graduated from basic law enforcement training and was sworn in as a Goldsboro police officer in 1982. Lawrence Maxton Pierce, Jr. was sworn in as our sheriff on February 14, 2014. With state of the county, we have Sheriff Larry Pierce.
Good morning. Today, as we gather here to relate with one another, to communicate our concerns, and to celebrate, not to celebrate the reason for this day, but to celebrate that we as a group are here to recognize a need with a common goal and purpose. That is to represent the children of our community and our county. The words violence and children should not even be voiced in the same context, but is a reality that we must all face. 65 cases of child abuse have been investigated by my office in the last 12 months, which does not even include the municipalities in Wayne County that have also investigated child abuse. This abuse has included neglect, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and emotional trauma. These investigations have become so involved that I recently hired a retired SBI agent to assist us to help conduct these investigations. Today I have 3 detectives assigned to our domestic violence unit to investigate child abuse and violence within the home. Nationally, 5 children will die every day from abuse, with 70% of these being under the age of 3. 1 out of 3 girls and 1 out of 5 boys will be sexually abused before they reach the age of 18. Our office works hand in hand with the Department of Social Services and with the Teddy Bear Child's Advocacy Center to thoroughly investigate any report of abuse. About 80% of our abuse cases are referred to us from the Department of Social Services. However, under our general statutes of North Carolina, all adults are required to report abuse if they suspect that a child is being abused. And that adult is not held liable for this report as long as they act in good faith. If I may, I have a poem I'd like to read, which focuses, it's somewhat somber, but it does focus on the needs of our children. It's entitled Sarah, and it's by an unknown author. My name is Sarah, I am but 3. My eyes are swollen, I cannot see. I must be stupid, I must be bad. What else could have made my daddy so mad? I can't speak at all, I can't do a wrong, or else I'm locked up all day long. When I awake, I'm all alone. The house is dark, my folks aren't home. When my mommy does come home, I'll try and be nice, so maybe I'll get just one whipping tonight. Don't make a sound, I just heard a car. My daddy's back from Charlie's bar. I hear him curse my name he calls. I press myself against the hard walls. I try and hide from his evil eyes. I'm so afraid now I'm starting to cry. He finds me weeping, he shouts ugly words. He says it's my fault he suffers at work. He slaps me and hits me and yells at me more. I finally get free and run for the door. He's already locked it and I start to bawl. He takes me and throws me against that hard wall. I fall to the floor with my bones nearly broken. My daddy continues with more bad words spoken. I'm sorry, I scream, but it's much too late. His face has been twisted into unimaginable hate. The hurt and the pain again and again. Oh, please God, have mercy. Please let it end. He finally stops and heads for the door while I lay there motionless, sprawled on the floor. My name is Sarah, and I am but 3. Tonight my daddy hurt me. As the pinwheels turn and spin in the April breeze, we will celebrate our desire to become a part of a child's life so that they may grow and be nurtured in a safe and wholesome environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff Pearson. That poem speaks to why we're here today. Colonel Andrew T. Bernard is our Vice Commander, 4th Fighter Wing, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, Goldsboro, North Carolina. As the Vice Commander, he assists the Wing Commander in the organization, training, and deployment of one of the largest fighter wings in the United States Air Force, consisting of nearly 6,000 airmen and civilians. He also leads the Seymour Johnson Air Force Base Child Abuse Prevention Team. Today, with supporting healthy children, families, and communities, I present to you Colonel Andrew Bernard.
Good morning, everyone. It's a truly an honor to be here on behalf of the men and women of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And we want to thank the community, thank the city of Goldsboro, and thank Wayne County for having us as part of this team with signing the important proclamation reaffirming April as National Child Abuse Prevention Month. So today I join you not as an airman, but as a representative of a unified community who recognizes the need to invest in the safety of all of our children. Most of you have probably heard somewhere along the way the expression, it takes a village to raise a child. As parents and caregivers, we each play an essential role in providing our children with the stability that they need to flourish. However, truly keeping them safe is something we can only accomplish together as friends, as family, and as neighbors. We all share this obligation to protect our children from those that would hurt them. The success of any community and of the nation itself depends on the ability to foster health and well-being of its next generation. We must get to a point when children no longer have to live in fear of the people that they should really trust the most. In the Air Force, we stress the importance of caring for and nurturing our nation's children through a recognition we call Month of the Military Child. It's no coincidence, Month of the Military Child is the same month as Child Abuse Prevention Month. We do that on purpose. The tenets of this proclamation help reiterate the Air Force's own commitment to children's health and development and extends this philosophy to our community. We, ladies and gentlemen, are the catalysts providing for a healthy and prosperous future for our children. Our community depends on it, and our nation counts on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will now have our reading of our proclamation by Mayor Pro Tem Gene Aycock. Unfortunately, our Mayor Chuck Allen wasn't able to be here today.
On behalf of the Mayor of Goldsboro, who is in Raleigh today on a military affairs state level meeting, he asked that I read the proclamation. Whereas children are vital to our state's future success, prosperity, and quality of life, as well as being our most valuable assets. Whereas all children deserve to have a safe, stable, nurturing homes and communities they need to foster their healthy growth and development. Whereas child abuse and neglect is a community responsibility affecting both the current and the future quality of the life of a community. Whereas communities that provide parents with the social support, knowledge of parenting and child development, and concrete resources they need to cope with stress and nurture their children, ensuring all children grow to their full potential. Whereas effective child abuse prevention strategies succeed because of partnerships created among citizens, human service agencies, schools, faith communities, healthcare providers, civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community. Therefore, I do hereby proclaim April as Child Abuse Month, Child Abuse Prevention Month, and call upon all citizens, community agencies, faith groups, medical facilities, elected leaders, and businesses to increase their participation in our efforts to support families, thereby preventing child abuse and strengthen the communities in which we live. Signed, the Honorable Chuck Allen, the 21st day of March, 2016. Thank you.
Acknowledging the proclamation, I just want to be able to lead everybody to the back page of your program and look at all the partners that have come together to actually bring this program together and to acknowledge what prevention is in this month of April. We'll now have a selection by our Seymour Johnson Air Force Base Child Development Center. Happy and You Know It. We couldn't have asked for a better song coming from them. We will now go to the meaning of the Children's Memorial Flag by Gavin Hayes Tucker.
Stand there. Yes. Let's put this mic down so you can hear. You ready? Check.
Good morning. I would like to take just a moment to share with you the meaning of the Children's Memorial Flag. The simple red flag depicts the blue paper doll-like figures of children holding hands. In the center, the white chalk outline of a missing child symbolizes the thousands of children lost to violence. The flag was created by a 16-year-old student in Alameda County, California. The Children's Memorial Flag honors each lost child and raises public awareness about the continuing problem of violence against children. Thank you.
We'll now have our prayer by Ray Hanna.
I've already prayed.
Okay.
Let's pray again.
Okay. We're going to move on to our closing remarks by Dr. David Taylor with Goldsboro Pediatrics.
Thank you. And thank you all for coming out for this really, really important issue. I think we're all in the same boat when it comes to child abuse and neglect. We'll all go to our graves without ever understanding why anyone could abuse or neglect an innocent child. In reflecting on the issues, I look back to 1962 when a German immigrant pediatrician named Henry Kemp coined the phrase battered child syndrome and went on to establish the Kemp Center in Denver. My most poignant memory of what C. Henry Kemp had to say was, child abuse is all about the willingness of adults to inflict physical punishment on children in the name of discipline. The American Academy of Pediatrics has opposed physical punishment of children as long as I can remember. We know there is no scientific proof that the physical punishment of children does any good. Slowly, our schools are abandoning physical punishment, but yet it is pervasive in our culture. It happens in my office every day. Outside of physical punishment and physical child abuse, we grapple with the mental health issues that lead adults to engage in the sexual abuse of children. From the Catholic Church to Penn State University, we're appalled at what we read about this epidemic. Will we ever educate and support at-risk adults to the extent that we must to rid our culture of child sexual abuse? Close to home, our biggest challenge is child neglect and an epidemic of inept parenting. For me, parenting by immature, young, poorly educated, indigent adults has been the greatest challenge of my 39 years of pediatric practice. We've been working with a coalition of community partners since the early 90s, probably before that, before my time, to improve parenting and to decrease the incidence of child neglect and abuse. For me, my involvement really started at a conference in Boston in the early 90s where I attended a seminar on child abuse prevention. The speakers were Richard Krugman, an apostle of C. Henry Kemp in Denver, Cal Sia, my idol as a pediatrician who still lives in Hawaii. He's about 90. And he established the Healthy Families America program, which we tried to emulate here in child abuse prevention. And David Olds, the father of the Nurse Family Partnership, which is the program that's got the most data showing success with intensive home visiting. Intensive home visiting is all about identifying families as early as possible. Probably prenatal care works best. And wrapping services, particularly home visiting by competent counselors and teachers and mentors for these families who have a history of child maltreatment, domestic violence, substance abuse, or the multiple stressors that come with poverty. And then you try to support those families in a variety of ways to prevent child abuse and neglect. In around 1995, after I'd beat my head against the wall for a couple of years, the wages people came to my rescue and found some money. And we implemented Wayne County First Steps, which is a Healthy Families America model to provide better support with social workers in the homes of these highly at-risk families. We've lost our funding now because the state decided to fund the Nurse Family Partnership and not Healthy Families America, and we're regrouping, and we've had a meeting recently to really talk about how we can do this. Our health department has established something called a pregnancy medical home, which attempts to help mothers-to-be as soon as possible when we know they're pregnant to have the best experience they can possibly have. And we know that one of the leading causes of infant mortality is prematurity, and prematurity is often all about the stress in a mother's life. So I'm excited that we've got our coalition working on this, and I think we will move forward. If you look at the statistics that our sheriff was going through with us, what I could see shows our numbers of child abuse, substantiated child abuse, coming down. That's a good sign. But again, I agree with a previous speaker, one is too many. Our efforts, the cup is half full, not half empty. And that is the best thing about Goldsboro and Wayne County, is we have an amazing collaborative spirit here, and the cup is always going to be half full for us. It's been rewarding for me to work here for all these years, and I look forward to our continuing collaborative effort to make sure all our children grow up in a family environment that nurtures optimal child development and assures that no child will suffer neglect or abuse. Thank you.
As we move forward, we'll have a musical selection by Tina Cooper.
Thank you for this opportunity. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how it used to be. Everybody searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who'd fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. So I've learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. And if by chance the special place that you've been dreaming of, it leads you to a lonely place. Find your strength in love. Find your strength in love. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cooper. First of all, I want to be able to acknowledge our guests on the program. Thank you guys. If everybody would thank them for being here. Along with our children from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. But most of all, we want to thank you guys for being here, supporting, and getting the word out that Child Abuse Prevention Month is in April. So when you ride around and you look at the pinwheels, and most of the pinwheels have been passed out, those pinwheels resemble just being a childlike image. So make sure as you go on with your day, you keep that in mind, and we continue to support Child Abuse Prevention Month. Thank you guys for coming.
And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. And by the way, the show repeats at noon today and then again at 5:30 p.m. This program also runs, each of our programs run 4 times on Saturday and Sunday, over the weekend. Yeah, we repeat all these programs during the weekend. I don't know why. Anyway, here we go. But thank you for those who do. You know, when I'm always hearing from people who graciously will say, we like your show, or we watch you every day. And there's some people who don't say anything, but they say, I see you on TV. And that's all they'll say, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, and? Is there anything that goes with that?
Do you have any feedback?
Yeah, how about that? No, they won't say that. I can only fill in the blank. I watch you on TV, and man, you stink. You're terrible. So anyway, go ahead and fill in the blank. You won't hurt my feelings much.
Well, and you know, this is a little shameless plug. You know, we provide our email addresses, and you know how to reach me at the chamber, and you know how to reach Wayne here. And we do want to hear from you. What are you interested in hearing about? And you know, what can we do to best communicate what's going on here in Wayne County?
Throw those email addresses up there, man.
We do. We want to hear from you.
We had email addresses at one point. Can we throw those up there now? There we go.
Ta-da.
Thank you.
It's like magic.
Ta-da is magic. That's exactly right. Okay, here's the answer to today's trivia question. It is. The answer to today's trivia question is, question was, what is the capital of the country of China? And the answer is Beijing.
Yes.
Beijing. That has a nice ring to it.
It does.
Beijing.
Beijing.
Yeah. Beijing is the capital city of China. All right. Let's go walking. Now, this Saturday is the 23rd, and during the Mount Olive Pickle Festival, they're going to have the Go Wayne Go Walk. It all begins this Saturday at 8 o'clock at the Mount Olive Pickle Festival at the Cuke K Patch. No, they're calling it the Cuke
Patch.
Cuke Patch 5K. That's where the K came from. Not the okay. And to enter, it looks like there's a $20 fee. And biking is also available during that time. Anyway, you need to sign up for that, and you can go to an address. You can go to picklefest.org, I believe, or gowaynego.org.
Yeah.
Go to gowaynego.org, and they can get all that information.
Yeah, you can learn more about this great initiative that started in our community a couple of years ago, how to sign up, how to get your free t-shirt, and how to be a part of the movement, no pun intended. But it is all about getting our community moving. We know that healthy communities are happier, you know, health results are better if we are active. So active communities are healthier communities.
And
that's what I meant to say.
Speaking of active, guess what's happening tonight?
What?
It's Thursday night.
Oh, yay.
Okay, go ahead.
So what's happening is there's a business after hours at Goldsboro Builder Supply from 5:30 to 7. So you can come to that for a little bit and then head downtown from 6 to 9. This is the first of many to come of Center Street Jams in downtown Goldsboro.
You got it.
And who better to kick off the lineup than the Mighty Saints of Soul?
That's right.
They've got a great lineup. You can get the entire lineup for this season of Center Street Jam online. You can visit DGDC's website, which is under the City of Goldsboro. You can go on Facebook. All the information's out there. If you have problems reaching it, give one of us a ring or a call, and we'll be able to make sure that we can get it on your calendar. But these are family fun events. They run from 6 to 9. We are all hopeful as a community that the weather cooperates for every single one of them. We're not too picky here. We just don't want rain. We don't want it too hot.
No
we
snow.
want a little breeze.
No snow.
We want, yeah.
No snow, no ice. Okay.
We're not that difficult.
Not
But
at all.
great week here as we kick off a lot of exciting things.
Exactly right. Also tonight, and the American Legion Post is having their meeting. American Legion Post 11 having their meeting beginning at 7:30 at the Post, which is just immediately south of Fairgrounds on Highway 117 South. And that's going to wrap it up for us today.
That's it.
We are out of time. I hope you're able to join us again tomorrow. And in the meantime, if you're not able to join us tomorrow, have a good weekend. But we hope you're here. Everything starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.